I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
Lofi Poli Sci, Mark Pickering bringing it down Lo-Fi Live with what's going on in the world today. And that Lo-Fi local for you up top. Tomorrow's blog on lofipolisci.com. Check it. And curious when exactly it drops? Add us on Instagram and LinkedIn for all your local Lo-Fi updates. Like our first live show of the season, October 5th at UNO's The Sandbar. Doors open at 5:30, show from 6 to 7, and a meet and greet with multiple different organizations from the community for all of us just to chill and have some fun. Talking about our famous question. But here's a famous question for you, or a question becoming more and more famous. How many military coups are we gonna see this year? Because last week, on Wednesday, August 30th, the country of Gabon experienced a military coup, making it the second country in a month, along with Niger, to have a coup. You see, in Gabon, Central West Africa, a father-son combo ran this country for 55 years, over half a century. Elections were recently had, the results were contested, the people rose up, the military stepped in. And voila, ça c'est un autre coup d'état. Eh oui, un peu de français pour notre ami de Montréal. So now, the military in Gabon, their leader has been sworn in as interim president. And they'll stay in power until, well, we don't know. In Niger, they said 3 years, and who know how long it's going to be in Gabon. And really, I am interested to see and watching how the African Union and ECOWAS handle this latest coup. We'll let you know as soon as we do, peeps. Now, out in Ecuador, in a prison, some gangs took over, and over 50 guards and police officers were taken hostage. And thankfully, they have been released now, but this appears to be in retaliation for the government of Ecuador actually trying to fight the growing power of the gangs. And we say it appears because, well, people don't really write down why they do the things they're going to do and then send it to the government and say, hey, watch this, and now we're going to do it. So it's a little bit of, we think it's this, but unsure. But Ecuador has off and on, they've put on 2 to 3 different provinces in the entire country on a state of emergency, similar to what we see in El Salvador, just not countrywide. But things like this prison takeover and these more than 50 hostages, they kind of illuminate the severity of the situation out in Ecuador. We'll keep you posted for sure. Next up, we're heading back to Africa, but this time to Sudan. And have you ever heard of the hacker collective known as Anonymous? Well, this isn't that. It's Anonymous Sudan, a strictly Sudanese hacker collective, all right? You with me? Well, they just took down an unknown amount of the social media platform X to try and get the owner of X to bring Starlight to Sudan, which Starlight is broadband internet via satellites rather than using cables to connect to the internet. But this is interesting. This is really interesting to me. Because for a company that has an owner who talks about everything, whether you want them to or not, they had absolutely nothing to say about this one. And you all know who I'm talking about, and no, I ain't gonna say their name, But now out to Canada news, and Scotland news, and England news, and colonization news, all tied into one. In the National Museum of Scotland, they have a 36-foot totem pole, which belongs to First Nations people in Canada, on the west coast of Canada, over 4,200 miles away from where it stands in Scotland. Colonization, thank you, not thank you. But it's finally going home. It's being returned to the Nisga'a Nation, where it belongs. In Scotland, you do not get a good job for doing the right thing. We're just happy, though, that it is going home. And a last piece of something to send you on your way for the day, for the week. True or false, fact or fiction, faked or reality, the headline: Japanese Prime Minister eats Fukushima fish to show it's safe after nuclear plant wastewater is discharged. Fact or fiction, I'm curious your thoughts. And that is just a snap of what's going on in the world today.
I see.
I bring it down like.
Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Pickering, signing off.